All right, I'm going to play a little bit of this music. Here we go. Okay, so now, if we were going to describe the sound, this is what this video is about, describing music or describing sound and some of the words we can use. How would we describe that sound? Now, the way some certain things might stick out to you or you might notice first, we could think about, is the pitch of the notes that she's playing, are they very high or very low? Is it fast or is it slow or is it somewhere in between? We could also talk about the tone, because certain instruments have different tones. So if you're blowing into it like she is, a flute, you might get a certain breathy quality. Or if it's a trumpet, which you blow into, you don't get quite the breathiness, but you get the sound of the fact that it's brass, metal. You get a brass sound, which makes it very bright and just a certain, it's hard to even put into words, but brassy. So a flute, this is a piccolo flute, is a good example of an instrument that plays very high notes. And I also might mention the tone is breathy, like you can hear her breath in the notes that she's playing. Let's take another example of an instrument, a bass guitar. So how would we describe this in terms of, if the flute was high, the pitch was high, what about the bass guitar? The bass would be low, lower notes. And so let's move on from that. So flute is high, bass is low. So these are things I want you to start thinking about when you're describing music. This is a song by Beethoven. And we can also talk about how loud or how soft the instrument is playing. Now, that's something that sometimes people mix up. They think if an instrument like the flute plays really high notes, they might confuse high with loud, or they might confuse low with loud or soft. Okay, if we're talking about how loud or soft, quiet something is, we use those terms loud or soft. That's not what high and low is for. High and low is to describe, well, even on the piano, the high notes would be up here and the low notes would be down here. And we're kind of in the middle here. Some low notes and some notes in the middle. It's quite soft. It starts soft. A lot of music has a range of ups and downs where it gets soft and then loud and soft and loud. And how about the tempo? The tempo is the word we use to describe the speed, fast or slow or in the middle. And so it's the tempo here. So obviously quite slow, right? So this is the first section of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. I'm going to play you the third movement of the Moonlight Sonata. Here we go. Look at those fingers flying. Okay, so that's obviously the opposite of slow. That's very fast. So again, that word is tempo. The tempo is very fast. Very fast, we could say. Not just fast, we could say very fast. Now, in classical music, like Beethoven's music is classical music, they often use Italian terms, Italian words to describe music, but we're not going to be doing that. just to let you know, though. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I'll give you one more. Tell me, this is a song from a band with a man who sings, and tell me if he's singing with a high pitch or a low pitch. It's gonna come in. Here we go. Tarzan wasn't a ladies' man. He just come along and scoop him up under his arm like that. It's funny. It's kind of a funny song. I remember this song from when I was young. Here's the chorus. So this is a Canadian band, and they were known for the singer, the man who has a very is it high or low? It's obviously very low, like the bass guitar. He has a very low voice, and that's called the range of an instrument, or the range of the notes. The lower range, like I mentioned, is on this side of the piano, and the higher range is on this side. It's nice to compare it to the piano because it's all right in front of you and you can see it easily. So those are words that we're going to think about, and when we listen to some music over the next couple of weeks, how we can describe music. The tempo, which is fast and slow. The range of the notes, which is high or low. The range of the pitch. And we could talk about the tone of the instrument. Is it sound brassy or breathy, or does it sound like it's something being hit, like a drum? Okay, some things to think about. See you later, guys.